Hi everybody, Armoured Pants here, and I am back, and I'm going to see if the pants still fit. And I know what you're thinking, oh, this fucker's not dead. No, I'm not dead. And I know for some of you that's going to be disappointing, but for others, hopefully it's good news. Now, I am going to ease back into things, so welcome back on channel. No big fucking drama about this, guys. You know, shit going on at home, all this stuff. You know, because it's been such a long time, a few months now since my last video. Nothing like that. I just started a new job. No drama. Very fucking demanding job. Required all of my time and concentration. But now that I've got a bit of more of a handle, I'm going to start easing back into things. And I thought I'd do that by looking at the new US line that has come into the game since I last played it. And what I did was, I'm actually going to have a look at this. I'm going to go from tier 7 all the way up to tier 10, do the reviews as normal. But in actuality, my first reaction to this was because when I came back to the game, I didn't look at any reviews or updates. I didn't check any other videos or YouTubers or anything. I just got back into it to see if I could still play. And see what had changed. And when I saw these new tanks, right, like the M7 Yoh and the M6 Yoh and all this, my initial thought was, oh, they've introduced Israeli tanks because the names look Israeli, right? And that's why I put the question mark: are they US tanks, or is this a kind of backdoor way of introducing Israeli tanks due to the, you know, let's say conflict that there is around Palestine and Israel? Obviously, it's very controversial regardless of what side you or what view you have. You have to admit it's controversial, but maybe not. Maybe that's just me. That was my initial reaction. Be interested in your guys' views though on that. Now, I've decided to do a different method to my reviews this time, right? So I think you guys will still enjoy them. Obviously, I'm going to have all the tech spec, and I'll calculate all the indices and all that other shit for you. But different method is that I'm not going to I didn't look at the tanks myself when I was shooting the gameplay, right? I didn't look at any of the tech spec at all. What I wanted to do was play the tanks, see if I could, you know, assess their technical specifications while playing them, and then go and check them on Blitz, etc., and see if it actually matches my initial instincts. So that's sort of the methodology that we'll use, and I will talk you through that as we look at the gameplay and the tech specs as we go through tier 7 up to tier 10. We're going to look at some gameplay here in the tier 8 on for Despair. I'm not going to review the tank here or anything. I'm just going to talk about in general, you know, the tanks themselves. So apart from the fact that I thought they were Israeli, what else, which I may be mistaken in, but there's definitely an Israeli flavour to it. And I know how controversial that may be for wargaming, which is why I think they put them in as US tanks. But, you know, that's just my own little 2 cents. Let me know what you think. Now, the tanks themselves, right? So apart from the tier 7, right, the next 3 tanks are autoloaders. So we need to, we're going to do a review, or let's say a recap on using autoloaders again, right? I'm going to review them as they are now. That is in end of June, July 2021. So I don't know if they were like this when they were introduced, if they were nerfed since then or buffed or whatever. I don't know. I'm not going to bother checking. Let's just review them as they are, so we can have a look at the status quo. And I'll give you my honest review of the tanks, etc., and if I think they're worthwhile and if I like them. And of course, liking them and them being good tanks are completely different, as we discussed before, right? And I'm so sick of fucking, you know, doing videos and saying a tank is shit or whatever, and me saying, oh no, but I like it. Well, I didn't say that people don't like it, I just said it's shit. Or alternatively, this is a great tank, and people were replying, oh, I fucking hate this tank. Yeah, okay, right, but, you know, stats don't lie, right? But of course you can like things, right? People like all sorts of shit which isn't good, like Mrs. Brown's Boys. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Holy fuck. It might possibly be one of the worst TV programs ever made, and yet it is one of the most popular. So there you go. What can you do? Interesting thing about this game, I really enjoyed it. It's not a mastery, there's nothing special about it, but just, you know, here I got myself in a bit of a pickle. I was getting my arse handed to me by the AT behind me. I had 2 tanks coming on to me. But I was able to get out of there, and I used one of the tanks attacking me to block the shots from the other 2. Still use him now, he's dead. My allies were able to come in, and then we're able to clear him off, clear off the Tiger 2, and now I'm actually going to use the energy accelerator, get in behind the AT. By the way, one of the things we will discuss when we go into the details on the tank reviews is using engine accelerators for these things. They are fucking slow. I mean, they make Forrest Gump look like fucking Albert Einstein. These things are fucking slow as fuck. Especially when you consider that, I mean, American tanks always have fucking poor power to weight ratios. They suck balls on this, which I don't really understand given the American penchant and history for muscle cars. And I recently just watched Ford versus Ferrari, so they can definitely make stuff that moves. But in the tanks, I don't know, they're all fucking underpowered. You know, it's like a shit Marvel character, just so underpowered. Actually, more like a shit DC character. Shit DC characters are way worse than shit Marvel characters, I have to say. But anyway, guys, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to have a look at it and we'll see how it goes. As we finish up, big shout out to Littlefinger. He's the only YouTuber, which is kind of weird when you consider all the collaborations I've done, plus all the financial and other help I've given to other YouTubers who actually who contacted me when I was not posting, when I was inactive. Again, not making a big drama out of it, just read into that what you may. Shout out to people like Sierra Kilo, Ali Taf Barbar, and loads of others who reached out on Facebook, etc. Apologies for not getting back to you. I actually wasn't logging into my Armour Pants account because I knew it would distract me. To my admins and mods on my Discord, because they kept things running. Thanks very much as well, guys, particularly Mike and Kay. Really appreciate it. You guys are amazing. And hopefully now we will be in touch more often. So guys, anyway, I am back. I'm going to ease back into things. I'm not going to be producing a video every day or anything like that, but I'm just going to ease back into it. Anyway, there's fucking way too many YouTubers now, so you're spoiled for choice in getting your World of Tank Blitz information. So if you are, I'm not going to stop monetizing the channel, by the way, as well, because I don't really need to, and also it's kind of just puts extra pressure on me. So if you want to watch the videos, great. If you don't, also no problem. And if you want to subscribe, great. If you've been a subscriber already, thank you so much. It's good to be back. I'm glad that I actually was able to figure out, it was more difficult than coming back and playing the game, because actually that went quite well. It was actually learning how to fucking make a video again. That actually took a bit of retraining. You know, that's why you shouldn't give me lunch breaks. It takes too long to retrain me. Anyway, cheers, Mush. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it useful. You probably didn't, but if you did, well, great. And the other videos are going to come. I'm going to get them done over the next week or so, post them up. So it'll be tier 7, 8, 9 and 10. Have a look at those, and some other videos will be coming on team play and other stuff like that. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed it, guys. And now I guess all remains for me to say is, as always, and though it hasn't been always recently, pants off.